All right.
What's up, guys? Today we're gonna make a very healthy smoked salmon sushi roll.
With the All Train Fit Club, this is great for a healthy dinner after you've done a workout or before, but the protein's really good to have afterwards. So we're gonna dive right in. You saw the ingredients in the beginning of the video, so now we're gonna show you how to put it all together. You're going to start by preparing your rice, and you want to leave it to cook a little bit longer than normal. And we're going to add in plum vinegar, and that way you don't have to add any sugar to the rice like they normally do in sushi. Plum vinegar is a little bit sweet, and it's going to make the rice really sticky. So when it's just about done cooking, you're going to add the vinegar to the rice and then let it sit, and it's going to make it sticky rice for sushi.
All right, what's first, Christy?
Well, the wraps that we're using today are spring roll wraps instead of seaweed wraps, so they kind of actually will taste better than the seaweed wraps. But either or is fine. We just decided to change it up a little bit today. And we're going to dip the spring roll wrap in water and let it sit for about 5 seconds. And it's going to soften up. All this is wheat flour, so when you get it wet, it softens right up. How'd you like that interval run we did today?
It was good. It was a little chilly outside, but after a couple intervals, we were sweating.
We were sweating. So this is a good dinner for after that. All right, now we're gonna hit it with the sauce that we made actually, and our sauce is we used a hummus base, and then you can put tamari in it or soy sauce. Tamari is a little bit healthier. It's a little more natural base of a soy sauce type deal. So we're gonna spread that on with our big sushi knife.
Watch out. Got your fingers.
Just gonna move this out of the way since we're done with the water. Alright.
Next is the rice.
So when you're making your sauce too, just to touch on this really quick, you're going to use 3 tablespoons of the hummus and 1 tablespoon of your soy or tamari. And it'll give you some really good flavor. You can use whatever flavored hummus you like. We got roasted eggplant, and it's pretty low calorie. It's only 45 calories a serving instead of the regular 80 calories. So Tim did a really good job picking out a healthy brand of hummus for us today.
And then depending on how much rice you want to use, obviously, you can determine that when you put it on there. So start with this.
If you're trying to eat smaller portions and keep your calories low, you're going to want to do a really thin layer of rice on top. If you are trying to beef up your calories or your carbohydrates a little bit because you're doing high endurance training, kind of like the run Tim and I did yesterday, we hit the trails and really smoked it, so we wanted to fill up on a little bit more carbs afterwards. You'd want to do a thicker layer of rice.
So we're just going to go right in between here, between a thin and thick.
Don't forget to use whole grain organic rice. We use brown, it's about medium grain rice.
Right. It's just about done. Tell them what's next.
All right. Coming up next, we're going to add our veggies and our salmon. So we'll start with some green peppers. We used fresh green peppers and green onion. So we're just going to lay this out in a roll. Now, normally you'd want to use your sushi roller, which is just a bunch of bamboo. You'd put it underneath the sushi. Since we're using the spring rolls today, though, it's a little bit thicker. You don't need to use that. And then we're going to put our green onion on there. We can chop it down to size. And then we're going to put our smoked salmon. We already cut a little piece off here. Take it, put it on there.
Yeah, there's different options of salmon too. We went with the smoked king king salmon, and then obviously there's other different flavors and different styles of salmon chip you can do. So whatever you want.
Yep. Try to always stick with wild caught salmon. That way you have antibiotic free fish, and you're also looking for stuff without added coloring because they do put chemicals in there. So just make sure that you're getting wild caught fish, and that's going to be your best bet. All right. Now all we're going to do is just roll it up, starting from the end with the veggies and the salmon together. Try to keep it as tight as you can. Alright, and then to make your roll, you're going to press it down so it's nice and firm. And cut your circles. There you go. And when you serve it,
Now, what type of
there's your plate of
soy
sushi.
sauce could you use?
Now the soy, like I said, you could either use soy or tamari. Tamari's a little bit healthier, so you could use tamari and then get a wasabi or a natural horseradish to make it spicy if you want, and make that kind of a dip. We didn't do that today just because we already put sauce in our wraps that we made with the hummus. But if you want to dip it and stuff, try to keep the soy sauce and the tamari a little bit limited so that you don't get too much sodium in there, okay?
And then Tim's favorite part.
We get to eat it now. Mm. That's a lot.
Thanks, guys.